But if we were to do this without recording an episode, every single thing we'd say, we'd be like, oh, if only we were recording.
That's so true.
I mean, like I say that with my buddy for my show, and but we still talk all the time. So I don't know.
Well, okay, yeah. Fine.
Joey just wants to be friends with you, Alana. That's all you're saying.
I accept the friendposal.
Our group chat pops off a fair amount, I would say.
I love our group chat.
That's great.
I wish it popped off more.
I agree. I totally agree.
I'll send more stuff.
There are a lot of times where I want to screenshot what's in our group chat and story it, but out of respect for you guys,
if you just cross out my name,
cross out the names.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm
not going to repost
There are a few things from the chat that I do want to bring up in this episode, but yeah, you guys, Sam, Joey, welcome back to Seeing Other People. I'm so excited to have you. The Seeing Other People family is probably even more excited to have you. Apparently, they are obsessed with you. So welcome back to Seeing Other People for Ask the Guys Anything Dating App Edition. How are we feeling?
God, I'm so happy to be back. I just love you both so much, and it's going to be a blast. Such an honor. Get to hang out with two of my best friends. And weirdly enough, Alana, one of my closest girlfriends, whom I've only met in person one time. So I love that.
Oh, me. I thought you were about to go like talk about somebody else.
No, I'm talking about you, bro.
No.
That is crazy. That was a great night, though. Pecora to Anita. That was prime.
You guys are funny. I do think we make a great crew. And Alana, thanks for having us back on again. I know it's like, that's not fair to call it bittersweet, but it's probably funny that you're like, yeah, we're just bringing these guys on again. Why not? But we were just talking about it off the air that we should just record these episodes without pressing record because it's just fun to shoot the shit with each other. Like we just have a blast, just chatting.
We should have like Monday night, just part of our routine.
It's
like our Monday night time.
Bottle of wine and just gossip.
I don't hate that.
Yeah, why don't we have wine during these? I was excited. Sam and Joey almost booked this recording time when they were going to be like away together, wasted. That would have been.
I mean, maybe
Unhinged.
we could do like, because as we're recording this, me and Sam will be together this weekend. We could just do like a quick little like 15-minute video to send to you without you, Alana, and you could just do with it what you will.
I would love that. I'm confused why I wasn't invited, but it's fine. We don't have to get into it.
Well, you can ask the third party Matthew McPartlin. That's on him.
Matthew, what the hell?
Yeah, it's on him.
Brutal.
It's rude. Anywho, I think you guys would love if I dropped this little fun fact here that they're very proud of themselves for this. But Sam and Joey are back for a very specific reason that is very mind-blowing. But their last episode outperformed the Jonas Brothers episode. What the hell?
I told my mom that, and she started cracking up.
Speechless.
Like, how is that possible?
But here's the thing, Alana.
I know you guys are great, but like, are you beating the Jonas Brothers great?
But here's the thing. The first movie is always great. Everyone loves the first movie, right? And then you get the sequel and you're like, that just doesn't live up to the expectations that I had because of the first movie. And now it's a trilogy. Sam and Joey are a trilogy.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a lot to live up to. So the Jonas Brothers, that's great. We're just competing against Sam and Joey at this point. It's how can we
What happens
how can we beat
after a
ourselves?
trilogy? What are you besides like the Harry Potter series?
Yeah, what is you're a
I'm down.
That's a really good question.
I'm down to be the Harry Potter series.
What's it called when you Sam, I'm blanking on this. This is so bad. What's it called when you win like a bunch of championships in a few years?
A dynasty.
We're a dynasty. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I think we're a dynasty.
I'm into it. Okay. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into all the dating app stuff because that is really where everybody needs the most help. I'm curious because from where I sit, it seems like everybody is having so much dating app fatigue. Everyone's having a horrible experience on dating apps. Are you guys experiencing that? What is going on in the Sam and Joey dating worlds right now?
I think I'm different than Sam because I'm in Columbus, Ohio, which is not it's not as fruitful with just total amounts of people as like DC or New York or Chicago or San Francisco, you name it. Like Columbus, Ohio is a big city, but it's not massive. So I definitely think there is some fatigue on my end. I think it's personal to like, I, at this point, like almost just don't care also, it's just, you get burnt out of anything, which is hilarious to talk about it like burnt out of dating apps. But I also know that in the near future, I'm probably going to move back home to Chicago too, sooner rather tthan later. And I think that plays a part into the, call it fatigue, call it whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm at the point where there's some days where it's like I feel like I've seen these people twice or three times. Like Hinge, I love you, man, but like if I X them once, I'm probably gonna X them again, So respectfully, of course. So that's
Well, the funny thing about that we never realize is those people are also seeing us
right,
again.
and they're Xing me again, which is fine.
Yeah,
Which is great. They know what they want.
yeah.
It's
Sam, what about you?
Yeah, it's certainly tiring. I think dating apps are difficult for many reasons. But yeah, it sometimes feels like a burden for people, but I don't think that's anything new. I mean, Alana, you've talked about it plenty on seeing other people already that kind of feels like a burden to some people. So I'm all for alternative ways to meet people, whether that's Instagram or not LinkedIn, but any other platforms or maybe even in person. Whoa, crazy to try to meet people. Go out there, be adventurous.
That answers a future question I had, but the question that doesn't answer is what's going on in your dating life.
Wow. Okay. My dating life, pretty slow right now. I've been traveling a lot this month for sure. And so I've been out and about and haven't really gone on many dates here in the district. So kind of laying low. I think I'm with Joey, and just when I'm not looking for it, maybe it'll come.
It's hopeful.
Yeah, I also slow for the reasons we already talked about, but like Sam said, he's been traveling. Like I was on the other side of the world for 2 weeks. I was in Israel. And so that like talk about work, life, anything that just like literally pushed the pause button on everything I was doing. And for 2 weeks, I was just like, I have no responsibilities. Like, let me just enjoy Israel. And I just got back from that. So I travel for work a lot. I travel for fun a lot. Like, and it's just all hitting at once right now. And like, I'm going to see Sam this weekend. We're going to Wisconsin. And then in a couple weeks, I'm going for a wedding. And then I go to Florida. And then, like, I'm just all over the place. So it's almost like, hey, yeah, I'd love to get a drink. I have 1 day free the next 6 weeks. Does that work for you? No, it doesn't. All right, I'll see you never.
Right.
So.
Well, in a way, I'm sure it's freeing, though, to be able to travel and do these things and see your boys and whatnot without having the anxiety or the stress of, I need to make time for this person. Will I see them before I go? Do I have to tell them I'm, leaving 3 weekends in a row in order for us to like spend time together in between? Like, I feel like dating's harder in the summer because of this, but it's in a way a positive to not be caught up in anything right now.
But that's like a double-edged sword, because I think that's like the problem that we'd love to have, I guess, right? Like to have to be like, oh no, sorry, 3 girls that I'm talking to, I can't see you, or it'll be a while before I'm back, or it's one girl that you are, you're on the line of a couple different things probably, and you have to say, hey, like, I like you, but I'm also not going to see you for whatever reason. But again, I don't know if good problem is the right way to phrase it, but I wouldn't hate to have that problem. Sam, I don't know if you agree or disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. But to Alana's point of being optimistic, right? It's nice to not necessarily feel guilty or like
for sure
not being able to fully immerse yourself in your trips because you're wanting to go back and keep the momentum going with someone else, or meeting a cute girl in Israel and flying back.
Yeah, right. Who would do that? Sometimes. That would be crazy.
Wanting to fly back
every single day.
Have flights been booked? What?
No, but it's so funny. I looked as soon as I got back. I looked and I was like, how much would it be if I wanted to go back like next month? And then it's a little expensive. When you
listen, despite what they say, birthright won't actually pay for your wedding.
Yeah, that's crazy. How cool would that be? I wonder if
they don't do it though.
There's definitely not a girl, but if there was a girl, I wonder if why I don't know why Sam's laughing. If I wonder if she would be like, yeah, we should get married quicker because it'll be free from birthright. Like maybe that like tapers off, and after we're like 32, that doesn't exist. So like, let's speed it up type of deal, that'd be interesting.
Well, I feel like that rumor spread so that people actually would pursue more serious relationships and get married. But they don't do it.
My cousins met on Birthright. They're married.
Did Birthright pay for their wedding?
Not to my knowledge.
Exactly.
I think my
Point
Uncle
being,
Stephen
case
and
closed.
Sally did.
Exactly. Okay, let's talk about dating apps. I want to get into like do's and don'ts, what guys do want to see from girls, what they want to be hearing from girls, what should and shouldn't be on their profile, all this stuff. Because, you know, I can say it all the time, and I do, but I actually think it carries more weight coming from you guys. So let's start with pictures. I got a bunch of questions, and thank you to everyone who submitted questions, but I got a ton of questions of specific things. Do you guys want to see pictures of X on our profile? So let's go through some of those, and then maybe we can talk about the ideal things to see on a girl's profile that would make you interested in matching with them. Cool?
So cool.
Let's do it.
God, this
I
feels
wonder if my mom
this
submitted
feels
any
so
of these
interesting.
questions.
I love this.
Do you like to see a picture of a girl with her friends?
Yeah, she better have
Sure.
friends.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Would you prefer a group shot over not having a group shot there, or it doesn't really matter?
They can't all be group shots.
Well, I think that's pretty obvious. I think not to get too specific, the first picture, maybe first two, should be of yourself, and then after that, I personally, it would be nice to know that you have friends and you have fun with your friends and stuff. You know, like that's important. Do you have friends for my friends? Like, you know, like that all matters.
True.
You know, so yeah, but not the first picture, because I should be able to know who you are.
Agreed.
From the jump, right, Sam? I know that's pretty strict. I feel like that's not groundbreaking thoughts.
No, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. There are definitely people opening up their Hinge and Bumble right now being like, oh shit, I got to change that.
Well,
I like it. Good advice.
Bikini pictures, yes or no?
Joey, you can answer that one.
absolutely.
I feel like you're nervous to answer this one.
Sam is
I
nervous.
mean, if you want to, do your thing.
Right, I agree. If you don't want to, that's fine. But like, obviously, I mean, I will totally break the barrier of whatever anybody's afraid to say. But when you look at a dating app, the first thing we're noticing is how you look and if we're attracted to you, right? So like, if you got it, flaunt it. You know, I mean, seriously. And again, in a very respectful way, of course, right? Like, that's we're on a dating app, like. That's just what it is, right? It's looks. Like, you're probably liking me and Sam based on if you're physically attracted to how we look, right? Just like we are doing the same thing.
And that's why we keep our shirts on in all our
That's
pictures.
correct.
So.
My shirt is absolutely on, long sleeves, sweatshirts in every picture.
Well, okay, let me ask you this. Is there a certain, let's dive into the different types of bikini pictures. Are there different types that are more acceptable versus like, oh, maybe like trying too hard?
Yeah,
like
that's a good
shot
point.
of you like at the beach having fun versus like posing, sticking your boobs out, sucking in, like a model shot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
100%.
Yeah, I think
I
like
would
the
agree
more
with that.
candid, the better, right? Like, me and Sam joke all the time when we're together, like, yo, stand right there. Like, that's a great pic for your Hinge. Like, you shouldn't have any pictures on your Hinge that you actually were taking for your Hinge. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like, there should not be a photo shoot with the Hinge in mind. It should be great pictures that you just so happen to take over the course of your life. In my opinion, unless you're literally a model, you know, I don't know.
I love that. I think that's really, really good advice. And it's okay to like do a photo, like girls, when they look good, often take a ton of pictures with their friends.
Totally.
But I really like that concept of it should be pictures from like throughout the past few years when you're having a great time.
Yeah, like,
versus like trying hard to curate the perfect picture, because yeah, you could look amazing, but if it doesn't say anything about who you are, then what's the point?
yeah, like, and Sam, you can hop in here too. Like, when I go to DC, like, I love taking pictures with my buddies because I want them for my memories, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I wanted to post them on Instagram or whatever, right? But the Hinge is always sarcastically like in mind, like that might be a joke we're making, but it's never the goal of any photo shoot, even because guys take pictures too. I know, I mean, like, I've been on vacation with my sister, like, I know how it works. Like, you gotta take pictures for the gram and stuff. That's great. And if those turn out to be perfect for Hinge, awesome. But like, just, yeah, I would not go out of your way and worry too much about that for sure.
Yeah. Sam?
No, I agree with everything Joey said. I think in terms of, just to wrap up on the bikini pic part, which I never thought I would be talking about today, but
He's
okay.
just picturing all the bikini pics he sees on Hinge every day.
I wouldn't do more than one.
Agreed.
I think one is enough. If you want one, great.
Yeah.
It's not like a need. If you got more than one, like, we get it. You're looking good, but I don't need that. That's not really
unless
the type of vibe I'm going for.
unless you look really good, like then. Joking. I'm
Joey Lane,
joking. I'm
ladies and gentlemen.
joking. Oh my god.
All right, we got a
Yeah.
controversial next one that is being taken straight from our group chat. On a dating app, girls with food, yay or nay?
It's a great question. I was told that this person had to remain anonymous who wanted me to bring this up. I think, yeah, like, I love food. I'm a huge foodie. So if there's like a cute picture of you like twirling some spaghetti or, doing something like that, like, cool. Food's a big part of my life. Like, my dream job is to be a chef.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the number of DMs that Sam's getting just quadrupled.
It's how it
It's
works.
a dream
One
job. It's
instance.
not my actual job.
But it's what you
I
want.
don't know what I'm doing. I just
it's
love
what
cooking.
you want.
He's a good chef.
Yeah, I mean,
Him and his roommate, they make great food.
yeah, we are good. We got a good apartment setup. Yeah, so like, I think food's important. Like, what I personally don't love as much is like, if you're trying to be funny with it and so you're like shoving a sandwich down your face, like trying to be like not into the food but more like trying to look funny, that kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, but at the same point, Sam, just to play devil's advocate, like, don't you want someone with a sense of humor? Like, I think that's funny. Like, they're like making a mockery of, I'm supposed to look really good in these pictures.
Fair, but part of me goes, are they making a mockery or is that actually how
Well,
they
that's
eat?
true. And to answer the question, I literally could not care less. You can have food, you can not have food. I can't say I've noticed food pictures on Hinge or not. This was the first time this was being brought to my attention when we discussed this earlier.
Sam, why does your friend, or if it's both of your friends, why does
Just
your
Sam's.
friend dislike it?
I think he just thought it, like, I don't know, like he's a little more traditional, like table manners kind of thing. He's like, no one needs to see you like with your mouth. I'm just bringing it up. I thought it was an interesting topic of like, no, you don't need to like see that as your first picture. I can see both sides though. Like, I don't mind it. I think it's cool, but if you're grossed out by that, I also like, I'm a bro. Like, it's fine. Everyone eats. Like, it's,
Such a bro. Sam's the broiest bro I know, actually.
yeah, super broy.
All right. I think conclusion of that one is if you have a picture with food that you like and want on your profile, put it on there, and the right person will appreciate
I've
you
seen
for
people
it.
just post pictures of food without them in
Yeah,
it.
that
though.
is crazy.
That's weird.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
Wait, like for one
Yeah.
picture or
Yeah.
for like all of them?
No, for one.
No, like a couple,
one.
like one maybe. Yeah.
Or two.
That is
Some people just post pictures of like
Cats.
the
Their
neighborhood
cats.
or their cat, the sunset.
You can post your dog, but don't post your cat.
No, don't post your dog. Okay, hold on.
Hold on, wait,
Just
but also-
putting this out there while
Come
we're on
on,
the topic.
Joey.
Oh.
All 6 of your photos should be of you. You should be in every photo on your profile. Otherwise, I think 9 out of 10 times everybody's going to automatically discount you.
Interesting.
I agree.
That's
I
fine.
agree.
I think I have a picture of my dog on one of my dating apps.
For guys, I actually think it's more acceptable.
And there's like
because
12 of them. There's like 12 pictures.
Guys have
so.
just like naturally guys take fewer pictures. I know, Joey, you said before, like you and your friends hang out, like you do take pictures
but
and stuff,
not a lot,
but most
yeah.
guys don't. So I do think it's more common for guys to do that and for girls to like think that that's normal. But I think for girls, it's more expected that you have all 6 pictures filled out of you.
Fair enough. Won't
You
argue
have
that.
them.
Can I ask one follow-up question I'm dying to ask, Sam?
Absolutely.
Sam, what about eating food in a bikini? Yes or no?
Hundo
With
P.
friends.
With friends.
Hundo P.
All right, cool.
Love
we're
it.
on the same page there.
We're on board.
Drinking pictures.
Can you elaborate on the type?
Yeah.
Let's get a little more specific
good,
there.
Good call, Sam.
Like,
All
are
right,
you
let's-
funneling a beer and like it's spilling out your nose?
Let's start with that one. Funneling a beer at a frat party.
I can barely drink as it is. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm too. old for
I
that
think
shit.
that's fine. What I don't like, and this is maybe a different example, Lana, is if you're like raging at a club. Like, I don't need to see a picture of like you and all your friends taking shots. Probably, I don't know. That might be different for me.
I agree with that.
because that's just not how I like to have fun, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
But if that's your personality,
Right,
and that's
100%.
core
but
to who you are, do your
if
thing.
somebody's a big clubber and like wants to go clubbing
yeah,
every week,
like if it's pictures of you having drinks at like an EDM concert, dressed in like, you know, the EDM concert wear, then great. That's just not
EDM concert wear.
that's just not something that, like, if I saw that, maybe it wouldn't like trigger, you know, whatever.
You know what? I actually like that. And I think if you are somebody who loves going to music festivals and loves going to concerts and clubs and stuff, absolutely have that picture on your profile because it'll attract other people who want the same thing, and it will deter people like Joey who don't want that.
Right.
Like,
So,
people who go to, like, people who are in that club, like, rave scene, like, that's like so core to their identity. Like, of course you should post that. Like, that's what they do almost like every month.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't like being in large crowds.
Right.
So we're good.
Right.
bridesmaid pictures.
See, those are just starting to, like, now that I'm getting older, starting to pop up left and right. And
Well, you should be in Ohio.
I don't
They've
mind
been
them.
happening
Everyone
for
looks.
years.
Yeah. Joey's like, yeah, okay.
Bridesmaids when they're 18.
I don't mind them. Yeah, they're pretty. Like, you look pretty. Everyone's cleaned up. You look nice.
Yeah.
I don't feel like any inherent pressure. Like, oh my gosh, this girl wants to get married because she's posting a bridesmaid pic. I think it's a time to get formal and look snazzy. It's adult prom.
I do think it's funny when girls will post with the bride and be like, "I'm not the one in the wedding dress." Like, that's like, we know.
I'm not in white.
Like, we know.
Yeah.
I'm all for bridesmaid pics though too, for sure.
All for bridesmaid pics. Okay. Are there any other types of pictures that you specifically do or don't like to see on a girl's profile?
I know one for Joey.
What?
Like, doing some type of sport.
For sure. Yeah.
Joey would
I would if I see a girl like in a video is her swinging a golf club, like, I'm like automatically in. Not actually, but like that's super
Pretty
relevant to me. Like, if they were like a college athlete and they have a picture of them like shooting a basketball, like, I mean, that's like a very niche.
And they're Jewish.
Yeah.
Wow. Like,
Yeah,
that's
right?
Joey's
Exactly.
dream wife right there.
No, but like, yeah, I think doing something athletic is important to me. So if you happen to have a picture of you throwing the pigskin with the boys around, great, you know? Awesome.
Yeah, I like that. I actually think that's a really good takeaway to hold with for a second, because same thing with like, if you're a girl and you're trying to date a guy like Sam or Joey, it's likely that they play sports like golf or like shoot around with their friends. It's likely that they maybe go to football games or basketball games. So like, if you have pictures of yourself at a Knicks game, if you have pictures of yourself at whatever football game, like, even if it's not like you're not the biggest fan of it, but it's something you enjoy doing and something you would likely want to do with a future significant other, I think that is a really good way to speak to guys and get their attention, because that's what they love to do. Same thing with like, if you love dogs, like, you're going to be excited when you see a picture of somebody with a dog. Like, same thing. They might love sports. They might be really excited seeing you participate in that.
Go Knicks. This is my response to that.
Go Knicks. Yeah, show your
Go
personality
Knicks.
through your pictures if you can.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
just as important as the prompts.
Any other pictures that you don't want to see?
Ooh,
I sometimes
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sam. I just thought
I was gonna say, I love kids. If you're holding a little kid, though, the first thing that comes to mind is that your kid? And I don't know if you can clarify that on Hinge.
You definitely can.
Or
People
not?
try to.
Yeah, you definitely can.
People will be like Aunt Duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's like,
my niece.
because I love little kids.
That's not
but
my
I don't
son.
know if I want one yet.
Yeah.
Just at this stage of my life.
I agree with that, but if I take a good pic with my nieces and nephews, I don't even have any nieces and nephews. My little cousins, they're like my niece. It's hard to explain. They're my oldest cousin's kids.
Understood.
So they're like,
That's
I'm Uncle
really
Joey, but
funny.
I'm not actually their uncle. You know. Anyway,
Yeah, that's funny.
if I take a great picture with them, best believe it will be in consideration for my Hinge. But for me, I don't need to see like full on like selfies. Like, you like taking a selfie, like it's 2023. We're not taking selfies and posting them anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I agree
Big
with that.
anti-selfie.
I mean, send me the selfie when we're dating, great, but
No, but it doesn't tell you any. First of all, you can't ever see what's going on in the background. Second of all, like, it just doesn't tell you anything. It's just like, okay, like no effort.
Who's sitting there and taking selfies? I'm sorry. Like,
yeah. Also, one thing I want to add on, and I'm curious if you guys have ever noticed this. Have you ever like looked through someone's profile, and not to be superficial, but to be superficial for a second, not seen like a full body photo and then not known like how to proceed?
For sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you need a full body photo on there.
Yeah.
You do. And full body doesn't mean that you have to show like a lot of skin.
You don't have to be in a bikini.
Yeah, just
We've confirmed
show
that.
you.
Show you.
Show
Yeah.
you. Be you. Be true to you.
Yeah.
Like someone's gonna want to love. There's no point in like hiding who you are. Like they're gonna see. Like if you want someone to love you for you, be proud of you. Like
You also want to feel more confident going into the date. If you know that somebody's already like seen all of you and is accepting you and wanting to meet you for who you are, then you'll feel more confident. You'll feel better going into the date instead of being like really nervous.
Totally.
about
Do
it.
you know how many more dates I would get if I said I was 5'11"? But I don't. Just say I'm 6'1".
Whoa, is that a shot at me?
No, Joey. You're tall. You're good.
Okay. On that note, what for the girls, what should they really think when they see somebody's height on a dating app?
They're probably an inch shorter. If they're more than an inch shorter, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I agree. They're definitely an inch shorter.
What do you, Sam?
for sure.
What does your hinge say?
I say I'm 5'9", so I'm pretty close. To be fair, my high school basketball coach listed me at 5'10".
Yeah,
which
so you're good. If you search Joey Lane,
if
you search Joey Lane on the internet, you see everywhere 6'1" guard from Ohio State. So what am I going to do? Change my height on my hinge?
well, not all of us are famous, Joey.
No, I'm just
okay? We
saying.
get it.
Like, I'm just saying. I was measured at 6 foot without shoes on at Ohio State. So I made my.
We're
profile
really
6'1".
proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm wearing shoes closer to 6'1", and I'm always wearing shoes, except for right now. I'm not wearing shoes right now.
Respect. Except for when
always
you're
wearing
not.
shoes.
Except for when
Except
you're
for
in
when
your
I'm
bikini.
not. Yep.
Okay. Prompts. What do you like to see? What do you hate to see? What's not helpful? What intrigues you? Let's talk about prompts.
Say more than one word.
Whoops.
Unless that one word is hilarious. Like everyone just says such. You can tell when people don't put in effort, and then you're like, okay, this person's not going to put effort into me, or trying to like message me back. I'm like, I don't want to do that. But also, can I say something I don't like in prompts?
Please.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, sorry.
Just started with what you don't like in prompts.
Yeah, fair enough. If you
We insist.
if you take it too seriously and you're like,
Yeah.
swipe left if you aren't going to whatever, like not looking for blah 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 blah. Like, whoa.
Yeah. I take screenshots of those and send
At
them
the
to
end of the
Sam.
day, keep in mind I'm swiping on the toilet to you. Like, let's not take this so seriously. It's all good, man.
And you don't swipe on Hinge.
Sorry.
True.
I agree with I'm like such a hypocrite about it, but I agree with more than one word. But then I put one word. But I also like, I know, and I get that I'm perceived differently, but I know that I like, I'm very like, I don't know, sarcastic, charismatic, outgoing, like over text. Like you could just tell, like I definitely like put in thought into what I'm saying with like random, one-liners and multiple texts at a time, right? Like I'm not short when I'm messaging back and forth or on text, but I know that my prompts are short, but like they're also they're just like to the point. I don't know.
What's your one word prompt answer?
First round is on me if it's wine is my answer. And
Joey.
And I get a ton of responses, so why would I change it?
Because you could do so much better.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, though. We're here to workshop. I told you I'm not going to change.
There we
I'm
go.
not going
All
to change
right.
mine ahead of this because I need to. I'm very coachable. If there's one thing about me, very coachable. So like that's one of them. I have another one that's just like green flags I look for is like good sneakers. Like that's a very short one-liner, but it's very much to the point. I've had people respond and they're like, "Oh, well, what do you think about hookahs?" I'm like, "Well, you don't get what I'm saying. X, see ya." Respectfully. And then the other,
I can only think of one girl out of all the girls I know. I can only think of one that would actually understand what you mean.
well, good. Then
and, like,
she might be the
able
one.
to talk shop with you. She might be. I could see it.
No, but But no, I mean, like that's a relatively new one. I feel like I rotate the third one out. I also
But hold on, hold on. I want to push back on this.
Please.
I want to push back on you for a second because I think that you are going to rule out a lot of potential great partners by if they say Hoka is like nope, bye. They don't get,
that wasn't actually true, but yeah.
Okay. Just making sure we're on the same page.
Yeah. No, but cool. I understand that the short prompts not a great look on my end. I used to have longer prompts, but like I don't know. I felt too much of like what I would say, which is what Sam was saying. Like if you're taking it like super seriously, like it's a little, you need to find a good happy medium. Like I had one that was like 2 truths and a lie, and one of my truths was that I saved my mom's life, which I did. But like I was like, I don't like, this is too much. Like I don't need people asking, oh my God, you saved your mom. How did that happen? I'm like, I don't want to tell you, person I've never met. Like so. I don't know. It's the same thing on the flip side where you have like the 3 different like choose our first date, and it's like 3 different options and you can like click and respond to it. Like that's also like I'm not choosing our first date. I don't know you yet, So I don't know. If that all makes sense. That was a big ramble, but
no, that makes sense. I think there's a happy medium between the short and long, and giving enough information that people can find connection points to message you about, or for you to message them about based on what they have in their profile. For example, if you were to have like green flags and then have a list, maybe 3 things, and two can be serious.
Yeah.
And the last one can be funny to get your sense of humor in there. So it could be like green flags, great shoes, down to drink in the golf cart while I pay.
Oh, designated golf cart driver. That's funny.
That's great. Love that. Like I'm looking for a designated golf cart driver.
No, like that.
That's perfect.
When girls put that on their prompt, that's like great. I love that. Yeah, for sure.
No,
I'm
you
serious.
could put that on yours.
It's a give and take.
Yeah, but like green flags, good shoes, like weekend trips, and blank, and like down to come do X thing with me.
Yeah.
You can just give more so that people, when they see that, they can be like, oh, we have that thing in common, that second thing there, which had that not been there, maybe they wouldn't have known what to say to start a conversation that led somewhere.
For sure. I like I said, I know that is not my strong suit. So
we're gonna workshop this.
Even though
only way to go is up.
Even though I do find myself to be a creative person, so like maybe I should take it more seriously.
It's hard.
Just take it a little more seriously. That's all.
I think mine are hilarious, but I feel like Alana's gonna yell at me.
No, I want to hear. You gotta hear yours, Sam.
Alana, you also are in one of my pictures. Recent change.
I'm in one of your pictures.
Recent change. That's a great picture of me.
I can't even see it.
Oh my God.
It's a great
It's
pic.
not a great picture of me, but
you're gonna have to take one for the team on that.
I respect it. I'm honored.
Okay.
I really am.
I think my best picture has Sam in it on my Hinge too, which is funny.
That's because you just look really tall, bro.
I am tall.
Okay.
But you look taller.
Yeah, certainly.
I'm huge.
Weirdest gift I've given or received. My grandma got me a carrot peeler when I graduated.
Wait, did she actually?
No, I made that up.
Oh, Sam!
It's like half. It's like half true. It's like half true.
Tomato.
It's half true. It's half true. It's half true.
Do people respond to that?
Yeah, they think it's funny. It's
and
for
then
Hanukkah.
what do you
It
say?
was for Hanukkah.
Oh, that
I'm not gonna like throw out the like come on, we gotta.
All right. Next.
Okay, my most rational fear are geese. I got bit when I was 4, and I haven't been the same since. She doesn't like that one. I can tell in her eyes.
You know what? I was almost going to be mad when you said geese, but then since you told a little bit of a story and added like some personality in, I accept it.
Okay, we can work on it.
I think you could do better, but I accept for now.
You're going to hate this last one. I actually don't know if I want to read it to you. I'm scared. Okay, I want someone who will come to Morgan Wallen with me this summer.
I love that one.
Well,
what's wrong with that?
Last
me,
night
so.
we did. There
you go.
I'll come with you.
Okay. Yeah, see, I think I'm on my tippy toes in that picture, Joey.
Yeah, and you're still
so funny.
And for the people listening and can't see, he's still like 5 inches shorter than me. That's so mean. I'm sorry. That's not true.
It's fine. No, let's pump up Joey's tires.
No, it's not true though.
Are there any prompts that have really stuck out to you that you remember seeing?
God, I wish I could.
My gut is no.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if I...
God, is it so bad if we say we just go off pictures way more than the prompts?
It's honest.
I think that's honest, right?
Like, yeah.
But at the same time, if a girl comments on one of our prompts, that's more memorable than just liking a picture.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And then also that rolls into something else I want to talk about, but we can stay on this. We can stay on this.
No, let's go there.
I'm looking through.
If you like me and I like you back, like you got to start the conversation. Or it would be nice if you did, if that makes sense. Like you.
That is breaking news to the majority of women listening to this.
So like, do you disagree with that? Is that why? Or
I don't disagree, but I don't think it's on anyone. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
no specific. I sent this, so you did that, so now I do this.
Sorry,
or
I should.
like, oh,
I
well,
should
I did this, so you do
rephrase.
that.
I should rephrase. I would appreciate it. You know, if
Of course.
it's just you liked me.
Yes, but hold on. I don't disagree.
Yeah. But I could have liked you back with a response.
Exactly. You're there. You're on your phone in that moment.
Yeah.
And so much of dating slips through the cracks. Like, so many potential relationships don't end up being explored because somebody either didn't send a message or didn't respond in the amount of time
Yep.
that the other person thought it was appropriate, or, you know, someone got distracted. So it's so much easier. Like, the point of being on a dating app is to get matches, to get dates, to go on more dates and decide if you like somebody or not. So adding another step, like by if somebody likes you and you match with them, by not messaging them in that moment, and this goes for anybody, this goes for if you like a girl and she sees it and she accepts, like, by not sending a message in that moment, you're probably risking 50% chance of ever talking to this person.
So let me ask you this, Alana. If I comment on her picture swinging a golf club and I'm like, oh, I'll let you drive the cart any day, whatever, right? And then they just like me back. I'm not gonna.
That's annoying.
I'm not gonna restart a conversation.
That's annoying, and that in that case, I do think, yeah, it's on them. Do you have anything to lose? No, but
My
some
dignity.
girls might be like, oh, well, I want to see if he's actually going to put an effort, which is, again, it's ridiculous.
Oh my God, so ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but that is the mentality of a lot of people, where they really want the guy to do the work.
Like, what am I supposed to? I'm asking you now. Like, what am I even supposed to say? I already tried.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I would say if it's somebody you're really excited about, give it a day or two and then be like, how's your week going? Because you already said something for them to respond to. But if you don't care, then
knowing me, I'd be like,
they're lost.
let me try this again. Like,
yeah, that you know what?
Is this thing on?
That's exactly what happened with me and Jake.
I was about to say, didn't Jake do that?
That's exactly what Jake did. I liked him. He matched me and he messaged me. And I have no idea why I didn't answer. And he said he left a great comment. He said he's like, I love the Jonas Brothers too. And I don't know why I didn't answer. I was talking to someone else at the time. Maybe I just like wasn't that excited or was busy. I have no fucking idea why I didn't answer. A week later, he said, hey, figured I'd try this again. How's your week?
Love that.
So you have nothing to lose.
Love that. All right.
I
That
think,
answers my
Joey, by
questions.
default, circle back and just say, did you know I was on a podcast that did better than the Jonas Brothers
right?
episode? I think that
Seriously.
just work every
That
time.
would change everything. Have you heard of seeing other people? I'm trying to see you.
Ooh.
Love that. Okay. A lot of questions were sent in about the rose feature on Hinge. Everybody wants to know, is it possible to send a rose without it being creepy? Do you like being sent roses, or is it creepy? Does sending a rose mean I'm automatically getting rejected?
God, that's such a good question. I want to know the answer right back. I mean, like, I sit here with my rose, like, I mean, we joke about, don't I send you a text, Sam, every time I send a rose? I'm like, just so you know, I sent a rose. Like,
It's just so funny. Different strategies, for different folks, I guess.
if I get a
Joey?
rose, I definitely am more likely to X them probably. But at the same time, like,
Why?
because it's just weird.
Why?
This goes, Alana, to what we talked about in the
know.
last episode. Like, all these weird, unwritten societal, like,
But I send them
rules.
every once in a while. I don't know.
Do you get matched when you send them, to your knowledge?
Absolutely not. Like once or twice maybe.
Hinge has some explaining to do.
I've matched with roses before. People have liked me with a rose and I've matched, and I've liked people with a rose and they've matched. But maybe the best looking person I've ever matched with in the history of Hinge. I liked her with a rose. She liked me back. I sent her a message in response. Sent her another one like 2 weeks later. Hey, how's your week going? Type of deal. No response. I was like, fuck this rose shit. I'm done with it.
Well, I'm proud of you for following up.
Thanks.
And you still have your dignity.
That's my job. I'm pleasantly persistent.
Yeah, but you don't have your rose
as a salesperson.
Yeah.
The roses roses are so irrelevant. God, that's so. Here's the way I look at it. Well, if you can't like someone unless you use a rose, then just use the rose. But if you can like them and not use a rose, then just like them.
That's the problem. I think people are really interested in some of the people that come up in their like roses, but they can't just like them. They have to send
wouldn't that be great if you could pay for the normal like of the person? Not actually.
You can't.
Right.
They show up in your you can't.
Like a reverse rose.
People, I feel like, are backed into a corner where they're left with two options of send a rose or never make contact and just pray that this person shows up in your potentials one day, but they probably won't.
Or you just stalk them and try to find their Instagram.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
That leads me to the next question.
Hey, look at
what
us.
is the best way to get
Segues,
a guy's
baby.
attention?
Segues.
Yeah. How to DM a guy on Instagram who you saw on a dating app without it being creepy.
I have the best. This has worked 100 times out of 100 times for me, and I still think it's so corny, but it works. And I say, whether or not they were on my rose page or not, I just send the rose emoji, and I say, I thought it would be better off used here than on Hinge, and it's worked every time.
I love that.
It's worked every time. It's so corny. I hate it. Saying it out loud, I hate it.
That solves two problems at once.
Yeah.
But you're still single.
Right. And Sam's gonna get it's fair. Sam's gonna get a ton of roses like that. I can't wait.
I think Joey will get more. Keep in mind, ladies, he is significantly taller than me.
Keep in mind. I love that we're doing like the opposite right now to each other. I live in Columbus, Ohio. None of you are in Columbus, Ohio, or coming to Columbus, Ohio.
You don't know that.
Sam, well, I kind of feel like I do at this point. and Sam, respectfully, and Sam lives in Washington, D.C., so close to New York and Philadelphia and the Hamptons.
Sam, would you do a long distance relationship with someone in New York?
My mom asked me that literally yesterday morning. Yeah.
He's about to.
Yeah.
He's about to?
I didn't say that.
No, I'm not.
Who said that?
No.
Who said
It's
that?
not going to be as long distance as like a place like Israel, at least, so you're good, Sam.
Yeah.
Joey's about to.
Joey's
I wish.
Are there... I know a lot of girls have slid into Sam's DMs.
Yes.
Since his first appearance on Seeing Other People. Sam, are there any DM slides that you specifically liked?
I love all of them, and they're extremely flattering to me. And I'm so awkward.
That's not what you said to me.
I'm so sorry that I don't know how to handle them more appropriately. I'm sorry if you've messaged me and I haven't gotten a chance to respond.
Stop it.
It makes me sound way cooler than I am. I just need to go through them. But I respect people who like shoot their shot, and I think putting in a little bit of your personality, making a joke, adding in some flavor, living relatively close to me is also a benefit.
Don't be private.
Alana knows I'm looking
private.
for someone who's Jewish. That's important to me. So if you're that's awesome too.
If you're that.
Don't
be private. Again, don't be private.
Don't be private. Don't be not Jewish.
Well, that for me, that's
Jewish.
It's okay, but don't be private. And I've gotten a few. I've gotten like maybe a quarter of what Sam's gotten. And if you say something like, "Hey, saw you on Alana's podcast," like I'm not gonna respond. Like that's okay. Like what am I supposed to say?
Why
to that?
not?
What am I supposed to say?
Why
to
not,
that?
Joey?
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for listening. What was your favorite part?
Come on, you know that's not good. You know that's not good.
It's hard. No, that's a hard. You're right. that is
Let me take.
kind of a hard thing to respond to.
I'll look and see if I have any, because Sam won't call people out, but I will.
I think before you jump into like, hey, let's have a drink or whatever, like maybe just ask us like a funny question. Like,
Yeah, but I like.
what's your
I like that
Chipotle order? I don't know. Like, just do something
I don't know about that.
Joey and I
If
can
somebody
respond
slid
to.
into your DMs and said, "What's your Chipotle order?"
Okay, I'd probably be
You would
freaked out.
answer
If
that?
they're if they're not private and I can see what they look like, maybe.
Well, okay, here's the reality. If they're public and you stalk them and you think they're attractive, then yeah, you're
For
going to
sure,
answer them.
which is not rocket science.
Yeah.
But I
If
do
they
want,
also live in your place and fit your
Yeah,
other criteria,
absolutely.
etc.
I think sliding into DMs is awesome. Shoot your shot.
Yep.
You never know. I've shot my shot with people, and most of them have never responded to me. And it sucked, but it's also like, okay, at least I shot my shot. And so I don't want to dissuade anyone from doing that.
Yep, I agree.
Like, it's nothing against you. Like, sometimes maybe it's not the right time or whatever.
Yeah.
You never know, but it could be the right time. Or maybe the right time's in 6 months when they actually go through their requests because they realize it's a whole different folder because I don't know how to work Instagram. Like,
Now I'm looking
It's
at my
okay.
requests, and there's some good ones too.
No, I completely agree.
I think it's timing for sure too. Like, you're just not in the mood to entertain is probably not the right word, but like to entertain it sometimes. Like, this girl had something very funny. It's like the basketball player emoji and a basket. It was like, hey, this is a corny way of shooting my shot. Like, that's hilarious. But it was on my birthday. Like, I wasn't looking at my phone, probably like for messages. Like, I know I was out of town. It's just timing is important too, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Just go for it,
No,
though. I'm
and I'll be
so
the
with
first-
you, Sam. Like, go
Yeah.
for it.
You have nothing to
Yeah.
lose. I'll be the first to admit also, like, I have a fuck ton of DM anxiety. I'm so afraid to open DMs because it says seen.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
unless they're in my request folder where I can actually like open them without being outed that I saw it, I literally don't do it. And I feel so bad because there are so many people, like, I love talking to listeners. Like, it's literally one of my favorite things to do, but I get so anxious because what if I open a DM and it's like a really long question or something emotional, and like I don't have it in me in that moment to respond to it. And so you never know, like, the fact that it says that it's been read or not can like really deter somebody from opening it. So again, like, you
That's
never
actually
know.
so
That's such a
fair,
great
Alana.
point. Such a great point.
because
We were talking
with
about
having-
that, Sam.
Well, with having Elevation Nation, we have a lot of people that reach out to our personal accounts, whether they connected with myself or Parker, looking for whether it's career advice or even sometimes like life advice. And you're exactly right. Like, I love doing that, but it's hard to do and balance. Like, if I'm in the middle of meetings or work or like out on vacation. So it is sometimes overwhelming being so popular and loved on social media that you just want to help
You never
people
know
and
what you're
give
gonna
back.
get. You don't know when you're opening
Yeah.
a DM if it's going to be someone sliding in sending you a rose who you're really into, or if it's going to be somebody in a crisis who
Which
wants
we both have
guidance.
dealt with. Yes, exactly.
Right.
I
So
agree.
you never know. So sometimes you just don't open them.
Or it could be an Ohio State fan,
True.
which is all my DMs.
So relatable for me and Sam.
Sorry.
Joey gets a lot of Ohio State basketball like hate DMs.
No, I don't.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
Not to Joey.
I
but
don't
just
get
hate-
those.
I've seen multiple.
Like,
Maybe they're not DMs. I'm sorry. They tweet at you. They tweet.
oh
at you.
yeah. People tweet at me about how bad the team was last year and stuff. But that's, what do you want me to do about it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't go out there and
not your-
play, and you don't want
Not your
me
monkeys,
to.
not your circus.
That's right.
Okay. There are a million more questions that were sent in, but I can't keep you guys all night, even though I want to. But
I know.
The
we don't have
dynasty is
a,
coming.
We don't have a hard stop. We're
you don't have a hard stop
Not
in
at all.
1 minute. Okay.
Not at all.
Okay, fine. But I'm still not going to keep you all night. I have a few quick last questions I want to get to.
No, keep going.
One,
We
I'm
wanna go
very
all night.
intrigued by this one. It doesn't really have to do with dating apps, but I need to ask for your opinion. Thoughts on a guy who came to a first date in sweatpants because he said he didn't do his laundry?
That's so real and terrible.
Yeah, that's real terrible. I agree. Where was
Is
it?
it
Was it
a
at? Was it
valid
a movie night?
I-
Like ordering in?
It's a first date. I imagine, like, if they're asking about this, I imagine it was like a bar.
Yeah. Okay. My thoughts are that. Okay, I got to be a little bit fair here. Living in New York and not having laundry in unit is like the craziest concept for me. And I remember when I had to do it and how much anxiety I had and like making sure I had like. But you should have more than 3 pairs of pants. Like, come on now, bro.
I think that's so real and not good, unfortunately.
Not good where like it's inexcusable
Yeah,
or
like just then wear shorts maybe that are nicer. Like I don't know, like
should this girl judge this guy and not see him again because of it?
I mean, it's up to her. I wouldn't blame her.
I mean, if that's the one thing that was bad and you had a wonderful date, like, no, give him another chance. But, like, kind of sounds like
the guy's name is definitely, like, Evan. His name's definitely Evan.
No shade to Evans out there, but make sure you're doing your laundry this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they gray sweatpants, too? Don't girls love gray sweatpants?
Yeah, I heard that, too.
I have heard that rumor. Do you like to text much before the date? I feel like guys are quick to meet up but need a vibe.
I like to,
I like to text before the date.
I also just like talking to people in general, whether it's in person or on the phone. So like I do worry that like you could in theory learn all about their life and then run out of things to talk about on the date. Maybe I know that me, Joey Lane, unfortunately or fortunately, I'll never run out of things to talk about because I'm just a nonstop blabbermouth, but like I do get the idea of, hey, like, you know, save your family history for the date. You know, like you can talk about where your parents are from and how they met and stuff at the bar. You don't have to text back and forth about all that stuff. So I'm either or.
Yeah. You don't want to do too much because I think we've all been in a situation before where we've gotten to a date and then there's like nothing to talk about because you've talked about everything and you don't know each other well enough to like get to that next layer yet because it's still supposed to be
so how many kids do you want?
right I mean, you know what, that
7.
is such a valid question.
I want 7.
do you?
No. 5 for a basketball team.
Dead. That Jake's actually said that before.
I don't even mean that. 3's a lot. Anyway, different topic for a different day.
When do you prefer switching from the app to text?
I try to go real quick with that. Just because I think securing the number and texting is more convenient for everybody. So sometimes it doesn't work and people just don't respond. But I think as soon as you like make your intro joke, back forth, hey, I'd love to give you some book recommendations. What's your number?
You can't give her book recommendations on the app?
Shh.
I always, to try and get somebody's number if they haven't asked me, which those are few and far between, you hit them with like oh my God, you got to send me a pic of that, you know? And then they're like, well, we can't send pictures on this app. You're like, oh,
that's smooth, Joey.
I got the words on the text, you know, I can type them out, you know, like I'm all right at that. But yeah, I like, you know, if someone's like, oh, I'm having tacos for dinner, it's like, oh, what do they look like? Let's see. And they're like, how am I supposed to send you them? I'm like, oh,
I like that method.
Joey also asked for people's Snapchats still, so
no,
I don't know if we can take anything you say.
No, I don't.
He's grown.
Last girl added me on Snap.
Apparently.
I was like, great, this is awesome. Thanks.
How do you feel about her asking for the phone number exchange?
That'd be great. Must be nice. That doesn't really happen.
I'm cool with it.
Cool. Do you prefer it? Or does it matter?
It doesn't matter, but
it doesn't matter.
Usually am pretty fast.
Yeah.
Sam doesn't sound like he gives him a chance to. I definitely give him a chance, not on purpose, but like enough time. But I could see a scenario where maybe I'd be like, whoa, this is very forward. But I don't think that would ever happen. So
I think in general, rule of thumb is if you start texting and you exchange numbers, you're probably like 2 or 3 times more likely to actually go on a date.
For sure. Yeah, I agree.
Versus it just staying in the app.
And if they don't send you their number, then you're like, all right, look, we're off this.
Yeah. But you know what? Then there's your answer. Yeah. You don't have to waste time anymore. Bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a thing, not sending numbers and trying to get Instagrams instead?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, they just...
No, but like, if you...
I was just asking in general.
Oh.
It could be. I do know some people from a safety perspective don't feel comfortable giving their number out, and that might be from, you know, a bad past experience. But
I feel like Instagram is so much more invasive on my life than like see
It is.
pictures of me and all my friends. Like
But
my
don't
number
you
is
feel
just
like don't you feel like, and maybe it's just me in my own little bubble, but like if someone wanted to find you on Instagram, they can find you on Instagram.
That brings up another question.
Okay.
How do you feel if somebody follows you before the date?
I like it.
No. Do not follow me before the date.
I like
Controversy.
I mean, like,
I like
follow me right after the date. I don't care. Don't like. That's
it.
just like
Follow me before.
we
Follow
all
me
know-
when we start texting.
we all. Really?
Yeah, I want to like
What
make
if they
sure
don't know
you're
your
legit.
last name?
That's not what we're asking.
Right, but like that's just I don't know. It's a little. Well, you've got her last name on here. I can see it right here.
I like to just confirm like everything's copacetic. You're a normal person. You got an Instagram. You're
Right,
cool.
but-
you can see
but-
I'm normal and cool.
No,
Well, Sam,
but
are you
Sam-
going and following girls
Yeah.
before the date?
Hold on, it's been a while.
And why do you need to? Why do they need to follow you for that? You could find them if you wanted to.
The last date I went on, the girl added me before it.
You follow people. You don't add. This isn't LinkedIn.
God, it's just so rude. Yeah, follow. Sorry. That's a good question.
All right.
It's-
follow
okay.
when you want to
it's
follow, I
fine.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, do
it's
your
fine.
thing.
I will say, Jake followed me before the date, and I thought it was kind of weird, but we're engaged.
Jake,
so
I'm with
I
you,
guess
bro.
But like, get
I
your
let it
followers
slide.
up though, any way possible. I respect that too.
That's true.
And then you unfollow them when it's a bad date, but they still follow
Wait.
you, and
Hold
you get
on.
an extra
Hold
follower.
on. I'm going to call Joey out on some bullshit. We're going to get a little heated here. Because, Joey, didn't you just say that you find girls that you literally have never even messaged or met before and find their Instagrams and slide, add them and slide in?
I don't.
That's before the date?
Well, I haven't even talked to them.
That's in order to make a date
Yeah.
happen.
Okay, so don't you think that's a little twisted that to make a date happen, you add a random girl, but a girl that you matched with and you're compatible with and you've been talking to on an app and got their number and have a date set up, you refuse to follow them? That's
Correct.
a little backwards.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous. It's all bullshit.
But also,
backwards.
that's a very specific scenario where you're like, we've matched, we've messaged back and forth, we've exchanged numbers, and we've set up a date. Like, I mean,
Isn't that what happens when you set up a date?
yeah, but not every. I mean, yeah, and then I don't know. If you follow them, great. If you don't. But in order to, you're not going to slide into someone's DMs without following them, right?
one food for thought here. If you're already having the date set up, like you've exchanged numbers, you're talking, you've planned the date, you may as well just wait till the date because what happens if the date goes really bad and then you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
now I have to like unfollow this person. Because also, if you follow them, they're going to follow you back. If you
Maybe.
really do not like them, you don't want them following you.
Yeah. Then you just block them, unfollow them. But okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here.
But that's like a strong, bold move that some people might not feel comfortable doing.
Fair.
And then they have to perpetually watch this person, or maybe it's somebody who like they went on a great date with and then they never heard from again, but now they follow them and now there's every single time they post a story, they see that this person has watched their story and not answered and they feel shitty about themselves.
Can I clarify my statement? Maybe
you
you
can.
don't have to follow them,
better
but don't
clarify
you want to find their Instagram to see
Yes,
if you have
that's what I
any
said.
mutuals
That's what I said. Sam.
to? So I don't listen.
So yeah,
to you.
obviously everyone does that.
Okay, all right. Then that part. Nice, cool.
Yeah, you don't have to click the
Mutuals.
follow button. I'm all about making sure these people live a real normal life. Like me, I'm so
it goes-
normal.
it all goes back to the food picture thing. If you want to follow someone on Instagram and they think it's weird, they're probably not your person. But somebody who thinks it's cool and wants to follow you back or was also stalking you at that same time to follow you is going to be super down for it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sam, I feel like there's a little animosity right now. I'm sorry. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Sorry.
We'll clear the air on this last question. Is 10 dates over the course of 2 months too early for a guy to know if he wants to keep seeing you? He said,
dates?
quote, I don't know.
10 dates? You spent a whole day with them. That means total. I mean, think about that. I don't think I've gone on someone. The 10 dates seems like you should probably know. 2 months, 10 dates? Like it's like every single week. If
Well-
my math is correct, sometimes twice.
Okay, the guy says he doesn't know. That might not be. I'm trying to think how to word this properly. The guy probably knows that he either wants to keep seeing you or not, but he might not want anything serious with you. and he might know that.
Yeah.
That would be my gut reaction.
He better know, or else that's a him problem.
That's true.
I would use very similar words, maybe in a different order of not that he doesn't want something. I think I agree. Like, I think at that point, if he's continuing to spend time with you, he's continuing to spend time with you. But if he says he doesn't know if he wants a relationship with you, I think
You have to decide if that's something you want or not.
I would almost instill the rule of, and I hate rules, not a rule, but I would go with the phrase, if it's not a yes, it's a no. After this long.
That's
because
a
otherwise,
relationship, though, Alana. What if they just want to spend time together over the summer?
That doesn't seem like the
who
goal.
is going on
though.
10 dates over 2 months?
You're damn near engaged with 10 dates after 2
Isn't
months.
that called a situationship? Isn't that what the kids
Yeah,
call
and
it
those are
these days?
really bad to be in.
That's fair.
I could go for one of those. Right
Somebody
about
gets
now.
very hurt in those. We don't like those. We try to avoid those, which is why I would say in this case, it sounds like this person's like really stuck in a situationship where the longer they stay in it, the more likely they are to get hurt.
But the question is,
Yeah.
does he know or does he not know? I think he knows. But he's got to
Okay.
act on it.
Yes. To answer the question, no. 10 dates over the course of 2 months is not too soon for a guy to know.
Yes. Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
too late.
Yeah, that's a lot of time spent with someone.
Good answer.
A day's worth of
agree.
time, most likely.
Cool. Okay. Sam, Joey,
Alana,
any final words before we conclude this trilogy
you know,
and move towards our dynasty?
the dynasty's going to happen. I feel like we weren't as funny this time. We were a little more serious with our answers. So I think next time,
I think we had to be.
I think
This
we
is
were
a
kind
serious
of
This
on
is a
our
serious
game,
episode.
Sam. I liked what we brought to the table today.
serious episode. I think next time, everyone send in funnier scenarios for Joey and I to get after.
I could go. I mean, I have a whole list of like 200 questions that need to be answered.
I'm
I could find-
glad. No, I'm glad that Joey and I were able
One
to
more
provide some
question.
context.
One more question.
Encore.
One more
Encore.
question.
Encore. You want to know the funniest part about this, Alana? You want to know what we're going to do when we hang up?
What?
Joey and I are going to hang out and play video games together.
Play video games and watch the Home Run Derby because we just love sports. Where should I get dinner, guys? That's my question.
I don't know, but wherever you get it, make sure you take a picture of you eating it
Yep.
for your Hinge
Yep.
profile.
Ain't that the
Nice.
truth?
Okay, I'm trying to find one. I don't know if it's going to be funny, but
That's okay. Joey and I can make
All
anything
right.
funny.
how's this one?
Go ahead.
I think this is a good one. Is it weird if the guy I like has only hung out at my apartment to watch movies? We've hung out a couple of times and that's all we've done. He's been very respectful. We only hold hands and kiss. He said he's not much of a planner. I told him that I am, but I don't like making plans all the time.
I don't know what that second part has to do
Wait,
with
what's the question?
Was there a question?
She's just telling
Is
us.
it weird if the guy I like has only hung out at my apartment to watch movies?
It's fine.
Yeah, some people are just taking things a little more slow. They could be nervous. They could be taking things slow. They could love movies. They could
They
be
could
a Rotten
love
Tomato
movies.
critic. You have no idea. They might. Okay, so here's a test. Next time he comes over, instead of a movie, put on a show that you know he's seen.
Or just a show
See if he
period,
cares.
like Cartoon
Yeah.
Network.
Does he care about that? If so, you might have a little bit of a cinema nerd on your hands. And you might need to do something else besides watch a movie. Maybe cook dinner together. Maybe-
I need to know more about this scenario. Has she tried to? Clearly, she hasn't tried to plan something. Like, give it a try.
Yeah, I agree. I'd say make a plan.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I found this trivia night at the bar on the corner. Do you want to go?
Love trivia.
Oh, wait. This was about doing different dates? I interpreted this question
This is
completely
asking.
Is
No,
it
different.
this
weird?
Is, it's
Yeah,
asking,
it's kinda
is it
weird.
weird that this
Yeah,
is
it's
what's
kinda
happened
weird.
every time.
Yeah.
How about this for
That's
a
weird.
follow-up question, Alana, to you and Sam? You can answer too. How many? This is like going all around Twitter and Instagram. I'm sure you saw all the clips about it from a certain podcast, from a certain platform. When are girls supposed to start planning some dates? When does that happen? Right away? 3 dates in? Do we plan every date? What? Because it sure seems like we have to definitely plan the first one. And the second.
This is tough because every girl is very different. I know girls, I know there's a huge school of girls that they want the guy to plan every single date until they are official and in a relationship. I am not in that school of girls. I go to a different school down the road.
You go to a public school.
Yeah, I go to a public school where I like to pick my schedule and like take classes that I want to be taking. I think it depends. I think, listen, I think, if she's not taking the initiative, why don't you say, like,
your turn.
Throwing the ball in your court, you plan the next one. Like, you pick the time and place.
I probably do that too early, but yeah, I'm all about that.
I don't think so.
I had one date where I think I talked about this on another show. The plumbing, they had like an explosion, and so the restaurant was closed that night. So I was like,
you did.
We yelled at you about this one.
So I was like, all right, like, is there anywhere else near your apartment or something that you want to go? Like, now we're in a pinch. Like, I'm not just gonna be like, let me fix this all 15 minutes before we're supposed to be there. So I just offered that up there, and she's like, I'm a little tired, and I was like, all right, see you never.
I got a question. Sorry, Alana. I know you've recorded about a bajillion podcasts today.
This is so funny. We were going to be done 10 minutes ago. I love this so much.
No, we were done 15 minutes ago, actually. And I now found a whole note in my phone with all these unanswered questions, and they're really good ones. We can't do it.
Oh man.
You can ask one. You can ask one really good one.
Go ahead. It's going to be better than my question.
No, Sam, ask your
question. My
question.
question was stupid. It is from a long time ago.
Stupid questions, just stupid people.
Okay, I'm a stupid person. If a girl gives you her number and it's green text from an area code that is not where she said she's from, is that really her number or not? I'm going to go with no.
Oh, Sam. Don't ask questions you know the answers to.
Fair point. All right, Alana, what question did you have?
Okay,
another good one.
Even if they're green, Sam, even if it is the right area code and they're green, that's not good.
Icky.
Listen, I debate switching to an Android every day because my iPhone sucks, but that's just me.
Don't do it.
This is a very specific question for the two of you who get DM slides from girls who don't live in your state. It says, the guy I like lives across the country. I want to invite him to my city. How do I approach this?
Are you going to fly him out?
Are you going to house him? Are you going to feed him?
It's expensive. You could say how crazy would it be for me to ask you to come out here? Like, just phrase it like that. He'll be like really.
Agreed.
He'll be like really fucking crazy, and then you're like, okay.
Okay, I won't ask, and then they could be like, no, ask.
Yeah, and then or they'd be like, no, not crazy at all.
I've been looking at flights nonstop.
Yeah,
and you fall in love.
I know
it's make a movie about your love.
I know it's $1,500 to go to Israel next week. Like,
that's it for
no,
next
I'm just
week?
kidding. I have no idea. I have not. looked
Joey came back from
recently.
Israel, called me, and goes, "Would you want to go to Israel next week?"
I was like, hey Sam, how crazy would it be if we went to Israel in a couple months?
Crazy.
Oh, so funny. God, we have fun.
On that note,
Guys, when
Sam.
you're in doubt with your dating profile, put in a picture with the one and only famous Alana Dunn from Seeing Other People, and you'll get a ton of likes because everyone loves Alana.
Is that your most liked picture?
has that
Sam?
worked for you, though? You would have said that when you brought it up the first time.
I literally changed it for this show in case you looked at my pictures. I wanted you to be proud of me.
Leave it up for like 72 hours. See what happens.
I'll give it a
Good
test.
idea.
Take it for a swing. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. To everyone who sent in questions, thank you so much. It's literally how we do these episodes. So thank you. Keep sending those questions in, and stay tuned for the fourth, not the trifecta, not the second round, but the fourth. The dynasty is forming. It's happening. Sam, Joey, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Sam_P_Panitch on Instagram. And
Which is Panitch, not Pant-itch.
Thank you, Alana. Good job.
Pan-itch.
Like a pan
I
with an
learned
itch.
last time.
Yes, you did. And ElevationNation_IO is my company. And
Yeah,
Joey
it is.
Lane
It's the
is
best.
Okay,
6'1". handsome,
we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
and
With
looks
shoes
great
on.
today.
We're
With
not
shoes
doing
on.
this. I keep honestly, if you slide into Sam's DM, just know that I'll see it too. So like, like almost.
Yeah, throw in some more messages to Joey.
Me and Sam travel the world
Show
together.
off your golf swing.
Me and Sam travel the world together, so like we'll come see you. We'll buy the plane ticket, you know. But anyway, you can find me on Instagram at the Joey Lane, JoeyLane. Twitter Joey Smoke 14.
And where else on Twitter?
Is Joey single?
No,
Thank
it's
you.
like I think it's at Does Joey Lane Have a Girlfriend, which is not run by me, obviously, and it hasn't tweeted
But it
in like
could
years.
be.
It hasn't tweeted in like years. Alana, this was so fun. Thanks for having us as always.
Okay, we can end this. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for the next episode and follow Sam and Joey. Slide into their DMs with, show off what you learned
Yes.
this episode
Oh my God.
in your DM
We'll
slide.
grade
Show
it.
off what you
We'll
learned.
grade it all.
We'll be really proud of the good ones and stay tuned for the next one. Love you all. Bye.